The third session of the Lebanese Parliament to elect a new president of Lebanon, and still no clear candidate. However, today's vote showed Michel Maawad gaining momentum in his race to take over from the incumbent, Michel Aoun. The day began with members arriving calmly, with some stopping to speak to the media outside the Parliament before settling in for the vote. Remarkably, I managed to get in with my mobile phone to grab some rare footage from inside the chamber, which is normally strictly forbidden. But on this occasion, I was permitted in, if only for a few minutes. My phone was eventually confiscated, but fortunately, I was not removed and was allowed to witness the vote. We're all hustling at the moment. I wish I was going live right now to show you. Here we go, they're voting. Most MPs were in attendance today, with 118 of the 128 members present. The names were called out one by one again, including that of the Speaker of the House, Nabi Berri, who was the last to vote. This time again, it was Michel Maawad, the Independence Movement MP, who came out on top with 42 votes. 55 MPs placed a white paper in the box, 17 MPs voted for a new Lebanon, and 4 votes were invalid. There was an interesting turn of events with this vote, with most of the Change MPs, along with other independents, admitting they cast a ballot for a new Lebanon. I asked Dr. Najat Aoun Saliba why they decided to do this. Who is voting for putting a vote forward for the new Lebanon? We've got 17 votes.
We did a larger coalition with other members who believed in the same thing, and we are extending out and reaching out to other people so that we can enlarge the group that believe in an independent Lebanese president.
So the Change MPs did not vote for Michel Maawad this time around?
No, we voted for New Lebanon.
Okay. Do you think you will be, that's a vote for an idea,
Yes.
not for an individual.
Yes.
How does that help Lebanon get a president?
We are talking to 2 members very seriously, but after negotiating with them, they prefer and they wish that we don't put their names out this time.
Had the Change MPs got behind Michel Maawad, he would have received 59 votes, which would have left him only 9 votes short of becoming the next president of Lebanon. I also spoke briefly with Milham Khalaf about why the Change MPs didn't vote for Michel Maawad. What is it that the Change MPs don't agree on about Michel Maawad being the next president of Lebanon? Why didn't you vote for him?
Look, we have an initiative. That initiative is to save the situation of all the politicians' tension. What we need is to make a step to make our hope and to give hope to the population. Mm-hmm. We cannot move just with how to say it?
The best option at the time?
No. It's we cannot move with a candidate who cannot be a common will. We need to build on a common approach and common will.
Mr. Maawad offered this as a possible reason why the Change MPs and others may not have voted for him. Why didn't the Change MPs vote for you today?
Well, that's a question you should ask the Change MPs.
Why do you think?
And I said very clearly that we can find a million reasons why we don't agree on everything. And actually the Change MPs themselves do not agree on everything. And that is making clearer and clearer. So we are a diverse opposition. And we can every day say what makes us different. And that is a case we do not agree on everything. But I think we have a national responsibility to agree on a common approach for this presidency, on a common person which would bring us to a majority, and on a common program. Because outside this, This will only lead to a divided opposition and to a continuation of what is happening, and to bring in a president that will do nothing but be there. So now what is requested is for the change MPs to change strategy, because the strategy they have been working on from the moment of the strategy for the vice president of the parliament till what happened the first time and yesterday and the votes of the committees, till what happened while naming a prime minister. This strategy is taking us from a failure to a failure. I am saying with great responsibility, we cannot continue like this.
Sitrida Jaja, the wife of the leader of the Lebanese Forces Party, Samir Jaja, and a key player in Lebanese politics in her own right, gave me an exclusive interview to explain further why some members may not have voted for Mr. Mawad.
Why do you think they didn't vote for? Do they? Have you had discussions? I'm sure you already have had discussions. What is their reaction? What is their comment?
هن بيقولوا ما بدهم يدعموا أي مرشح مشيت فيه الأحزاب، أو نحن أحزاب المعارضة اليوم بالتحديد، وهن ما فيهم يكملوا هيك لوحدهم ما رح يقدروا غير يحطوا هالورقة غير السقفة يعني.
And so you believe Michel Mawad could represent a united Lebanon for now, is the best solution for now?
أكيد أنا بعتبر إنه المرشح ميشيل معوض قادر يلعب دور أساسي وجوهري بإنقاذ بلاد.
And do you think on a global stage he has enough influence and power to be negotiating with global leaders and institutions? We need somebody with that strength.
أكيد هلا هو ياخذ 44 صوت.
But global politics is a very tricky game.
I know that. بس ميشيل معوض كمان ما بيفوتوا شيء.
In other matters that have stirred politics in Lebanon this week, Change MP Michel Douaihi explained that he had not withdrawn from the Change bloc but wanted more decisive action.
Could you please explain what happened?
No, it's not about pulling out, definitely. I'm still, my political identity is part of the 17th of October revolution. I'll always be there, I'll always stay there. I'm just saying there is another way to practice politics. The way things were going were really forcing us to do compromises, and I'm not okay with compromises. It's not a secret that the 13 are not on the same line or wave when it comes to respecting themselves or the sovereignty issues or the economic recovery plan, all right? So I wanted to send a positive message by saying things cannot continue like that. Out of respect for people, especially people who voted for us, and especially for people who actually believed in us. I just said enough is enough.
You've taken a stance.
I've taken a stand. I said enough is enough. We need to move forward. We need
But
to
do you have ideas to move forward? Do you have a plan?
We are discussing the new mechanism of producing new content, of allowing a margin of maneuvering for each MP so that we are comfortable. It's when you are a bloc, means you belong to one political party.
Yes.
You know that in
Of
Parliament.
course.
We are not one party.
No.
So we come from different places, we have different experiences, and we have different views. I'm not going to say ideology, that's a big word, but we have different views on politics and on the economy, and especially the economy. So this is what I said. I said enough is enough. We need to do things differently. Things cannot continue like that.
This sentiment was echoed by another Change MP, Wadah Sadiq.
And my main issue with the bloc is not having a system, a voting system, a working system, a general secretary inside the bloc. We cannot continue like that.
So this is a problem. Michel Douaihi said the same thing.
This is the problem that I've been shouting every single day since the beginning.
So what are you guys doing about it? Because there's so many people depending on you.
If people are depending on us, we should be mature. We should have a responsibility.
And what's stopping this new system or a structure that
a couple of people don't want it.
a couple of people, only a couple of people?
Yeah, two.
Who are they?
I don't know.
You know, you don't want to say.
Yeah, let us try to solve it now.
Third session of Parliament to decide on the future president of Lebanon, and again, no answer. But a lot of controversy went on today, and what we saw is that Michel Mawad is the running candidate. He is the leader of the pack, but we have a problem with the Change MPs who don't agree with him as the selected president of Lebanon for criteria that you heard today from Milham Khalaf summarising on behalf of the Change MPs. So we'll be back, apparently another session on Monday and a few more to go. But I won't be here on Monday because I'll be in London, but stay tuned, someone else will report. Thanks.